All right, so for the better part of a year now, about 11 months, I've completely immersed myself in a new way of building software. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it has totally transformed how I work as an engineer. It's this massive shift that I call vibe coding. Think of it as going from a bricklayer, just placing one brick at a time, to being the architect of the whole building. Today, we're going to dive into what that means, why it is such a game changer, and most importantly, how you can start using it.
You know, this quote from Andrej Karpathy just nails it. It perfectly captures what this is all about. When you fully give in to the vibes, you're not sweating the small stuff anymore. You're not focused on every single line of code. Instead, you're communicating your high-level vision and letting an AI partner handle the nuts and bolts. It's a real collaboration.
Okay, let's really unpack this. A lot of us started out using AI kind of like a fancy Google search, right? That's what I call the old way. You'd hop over to ChatGPT, ask for a code snippet, copy it, paste it into your project, and then just cross your fingers that it actually works, because it has zero clue about your project's context. The new way, vibe coding, is a whole different ballgame. We're talking about a deep partnership with an AI that understands your entire code base and can actually build features with you.
So, let's officially welcome you to vibe coding, because I really want you to understand, this isn't just about learning another tool. It's a complete shift in mindset, a new way to think about how we build software.
So what is it really? Well, here's the core idea. Vibe coding is all about you expressing your intent, your vibe, and letting an AI agent figure out the implementation. You stop being the person laying every single brick, and you become the architect who designs the whole building.
And let's get one thing crystal clear right now. This is not about replacing developers. Not at all. It's about a massive upgrade to the role. It elevates what we do, making it more strategic, way more creative, and honestly, a lot more valuable. So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, the workflow is this really nice, elegant loop. You start by defining exactly what you need. Then you craft a really good, precise prompt for your AI assistant. After that, it's kind of like a dance. You refine what the AI gives you, you review the code, and then you ship it. It's this constant back and forth between your idea and the AI's execution.
Okay, so let's get into the practical side of things. To really become an effective AI architect, you've got to master a few key skills, and they go way beyond just writing code.
So, that's the big question, right? How do you actually make this shift? How do you become an AI architect?
It really boils down to three core skills. The first one, and probably the most important, is mastering your prompts. And this doesn't start when you open your editor. It starts with planning. A really detailed plan is the secret sauce for a precise prompt that gets you 90% of the way there on the very first try. A great prompt is more than just a question. It's a full-on specification. You tell the AI, you are a senior Rust developer. You give it constraints, and you tell it exactly what you expect back. Second, you have to get really good at managing context. This is so important. And here's something that might surprise you. Sometimes, giving the AI more context actually makes it dumber. The real skill is being surgical, giving it only the files and functions it absolutely needs for the task. Using things like @mentions to pinpoint specific files is a game changer. And another pro tip, start a fresh chat for each new feature. It keeps the AI focused and sharp.
And third, this is where you really unlock some serious power, is building custom agents and rules. Just think of this as creating a custom brain for your AI that's specific to your project. You can set up rules so it always uses the libraries you prefer. You can even create specialized agents, like a documentation writer or a security reviewer or even a refactoring agent that knows all about solid principles. You're basically training it to be an expert on your project.
And hey, this isn't just some abstract idea. Here's a real example from a tool like Code or Cursor. You can see how much control you have. You give it a mode name like Security Reviewer. You define its expertise in the role definition, and you can even control what it's allowed to do under available tools. You are literally programming your programming partner. It's amazing. And the world of tools for this is just exploding right now. You've got these AI-first editors with these really deep integrated workflows. My personal tool of choice is Cursor, but others like Code are also fantastic. And if you're someone who lives in the terminal, there are powerful command line tools like Codex and Claude Code that give you direct access to the models. There's really a tool for every taste.
Okay, so this is all really cool for developers. I get it. But what about the business? What's the actual return on investment here? Let's talk about how this impacts the bottom line.
And look, the data really speaks for itself. Our research is showing that over 60% of teams that adopt these tools see productivity jump by more than 25%. Let me be clear, we're not talking about a small incremental improvement here. This is a fundamental leap in how fast you can develop things.
Here's one of the most interesting stats we found. Teams using AI assistants see, on average, a 16% reduction in the size of their tasks. Now, I know, 16% might not sound like a huge world-changing number at first glance, but trust me, the ripple effect it has is massive.
So why is that 16% such a big deal? Well, think about it. Smaller tasks mean your code reviews are faster and easier. Your testing is simpler and more focused, and maybe most importantly, every single time you deploy, there's less risk involved. It means you can ship value to your customers faster and, crucially, more safely.
And we absolutely cannot forget about the people doing the work. Developers who use these tools are twice as likely to say they feel happy and fulfilled. Why? Because they spend less time on the boring, repetitive stuff and more time in that creative flow state. And that directly leads to better ideas, better code, and frankly, people sticking around longer.
But let's be real for a second. This isn't some magic wand you can just wave. This quote I found on Reddit absolutely hits the nail on the head. The biggest challenge is managing expectations. This is an incredibly powerful new tool, but it's not going to make everyone a 10x developer overnight. There is a learning curve, and it takes time and new skills to really succeed.
So where does that leave us? Look, we are at a major turning point. The teams that really embrace this new partnership with AI are going to have a massive advantage. Adopting vibe coding, it's not just an option anymore. It's a strategic choice you have to make about whether you want to lead the pack or get left in the dust.
In this new world, standing still is the most dangerous thing you can do. The teams that master this AI partnership won't just build things faster, they'll build better things. And the teams that don't, they're just going to get outcompeted. It's that simple.
Now, making this transition can be tricky, and that's exactly where my company, AI-chitect, comes in. I help teams get over that initial learning curve as quickly as possible. We do hands-on training with tools like Cursor, provide strategic advice on setting up your workflows, and make sure you're seeing a real, measurable return from this new way of working. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. In this new era we're entering, is your team still just writing lines of code? Or are they ready to start architecting real, tangible value? The choice is yours.